All right, everybody, welcome back to another Sunday live stream, also known for the second edition. So, as of right now, today's topic for this stream is to talk about some more details about the Sears Holdings operation with its capital position to focus with their best stores, with the company that closing these stores in November, in the late of November of 2018. So, the record of Sears and Kmart, excuse me. So the record of Sears and Kmart, as is said right here in this PDF file, where I found that was seen. If you're probably seeing the other older videos of that one, you could scroll around, search around in my channel if you want, and find that thing if you want to see the several spots of the update for that video. So I'm going to go over some more details about Kmart and Sears. Now the whole spot of Sears in I know the one in Holyoke, Massachusetts, because there are another one because that of course that's part of Massachusetts because basically it's the one that George at 551 reminds us that he said about this Montgomery Escalators and Dover Impulse. That's probably another one, the same as Sears and Walnut Galleria. So actually, though, there's actually nothing to see there. But unfortunately, I know the fact Sears they closed in Mace Landing, New Jersey, at the Hamilton Mall. Then the Sears in Garden City they did close, and the New Hyde Park. I know the fact the Sears they did close, but unfortunately, um, what else I'm going to say? All right, so I'm going to go over more details about Kmart. So I'm going to go over this. I'm going to go over again this quickly. So as I said before, Kmart is home to 5 locations in Bergen County: Lodi, Paramus, Clostow, Elwood Park, and Westwood. And I'm going to go over it. So the first Kmart store, as we need to follow by, is the Kmart store in Paramus, and that is redeveloped to a Stop and Shop, followed by the Kmart store in Clostow, New Jersey, the second one, of course, and has been redeveloped into a shopping center. That is also followed by the Kmart store in Lodi, New Jersey, that closed back in 2016, which is 3 years ago, and that is redeveloped into a Blink Fitness and the Aldi Market, which is also formerly the Garden Center and the Sears Auto Center. The fourth Kmart store also we need to follow by is the Kmart store in Elmwood Park. They're still under an environmental cleanup as the current undergoing status, and that is going to be devoted to a shop right. Although it's not opening yet, they're still doing the building knockdown, and probably they're going to condemn that elevator. And all this up is Kmart in Westwood. So a lot of people notice why I noticed how Sears and Kmart, they always know how long you'll be able to notice. And I'm going to go over some more facts about Sears store closing, and now I'm going to go over the list. So um, 2 years ago, I know the fact that Sears in Watchung, I think Sears in Watchung that did close. Then then last year Sears in what was that? What was that location I mentioned before I went out for while still on vacation back in September 2nd. Was it Kmart? Oh no. What is it? Oh yeah. Back in September 2nd, in the early of September of 2018, there was also another Sears store at the Seaview Square Shopping Center in Ocean Township, New Jersey. Then the Sears at the Quaker Bridge Mall in Lawrenceville, Princeton, which is a Simon property. Then all that's left is Sears and Burlington. I don't know if that store is there anymore. I don't know if that Sears store in Burlington Mall is there anymore. I'm gonna have to look that up. So anyway, guys, listen. All that's left, guys, is the iconic the iconic Sears downtown Hackensack, and the Kmart store, which is a big dump in Penn Station. Never liked it, never visited, never stayed there. Listen, I tell you, these two iconic stores, Sears and Kmart in New Jersey, in downtown Hackensack, and down in Midtown New York, is one of the profitable stores that Eddie Lampert probably seen them, and they never want to close because I never liked that store at Kmart Penn Station. There are also two Montgomery Cones. Seriously, it turned to a death trap at this rate. It is like, well, the mod was actually a little bit cleaner, but it's bad. It's vandalized. The whole tile is like crack. Same thing with the Westfield Garcia Plaza parking deck B near Neiman Marcus. There are another one too, with exclusive contract with Kone as another one. So you're probably gonna watch that out. All right, so more details about the Sears Auto Center in the late of 2018. I know the fact in late of August that the late of September, I know the Sears in Quaker Bridge and Seaview Square Both have auto centers there, but then they closed with the following store that is about to be closed at the Sears at the Safety Square. Sears and Watchung, I think they did close because I don't know, they couldn't. I'm not sure they insured that place, or maybe it's probably that bankruptcy thing. So now that we covered this up, I'm gonna go over some more details about the Chapter 11 bankruptcy. So if you can, so if I could try to find it. Well, all right, so we got more. So we had a little bit of requests from you guys here on YouTube and my channel to talk about more about the Chapter 11 bankruptcy basics from the U.S. Courts.gov. So as of filed over the Chapter 11 bankruptcy, like the preceding case with the store, like for example Sears and Kmart, because within Sears and Kmart they're under the Chapter 11 bankruptcy, but Eddie Lampert decides to avoid. But now right now they're in financial trouble. So we figured what is the Chapter 11 works. Like the case begins with the filing of a petition with the bankruptcy court, serving the area where the debtor has a domicile or residence. A petition may be a voluntary petition, which is filed by the debtor, or maybe an involuntary person, which says, or maybe a voluntary petition, which is filed by the creditors that meet certain requirements. 11 USC, whatever. I don't know. I can't read it. Courts required to change over generally. So so the website, as I said right there, the debtor in possession. Now, of course, I know the fact bankruptcy administration, and the creditors communities right there, and the small business case and the small business debtor. And it's like for example, another like upscale stores like Sears and Kmart, which exactly know why it's going to be closing. And I know the fact new stores like new upscale stores, Target, for example, they've been opening there. And I know the fact Targets keep going because they use newer products that exactly know based on the company what they're using new products and new items. For example, plan. It's like anything but a small business debtor at a 120-day period during which has an exclusive right for the file plan. And liquidations, because of a liquidation sale, that's where we're going to need to go over that after I read this. All right, so I'm gonna have to look that up later and read more details about the liquidation sales. So the liquidation sales that are still liquidating, and I know the fact that has been like a liquidation sale, not anything between liquidation, not wholesale lots, but it's a liquidation sale of the company's inventory. That's the word of that, and we gotta go over more about Sears and Kmart for that. More details about Sears and Kmart, which goes under liquidation sale and under its clearance. And I know the fact Sears, as you can see, Sears and Regal Park, they did close, as I did my documentary for that one. I don't know when it closed, but it's struggling every sales for that. And I'm going to go over more details on finance.yahoo.com. So more details about the Sears holding with Eddie Lampert, of course. And we have some more, the maps to show you guys, but they're still open in the U.S. as also profitable stores, like the iconic Sears in downtown Hackensack and the Kmart store in Penn Station. One of the two only profitable stores and a sole survivor for that one. You might need to know that. So I'm going to show you guys the photos of the Sears store final days, and wait, there are actually no more of that. So the Sears, they don't handle their business, and of course that's the real reason. But unfortunately, that's the only real reason. The liquidation stores like 50%, 90% off deals, and go up to 10 to 40% off, end up 30 to 80% off with the discounts. That of course, Mitch Nolan is the retail bankruptcy expert who's been chronicling the decline of Sears, like when the liquidation sales were conducted by the same firm, has closed over 800 of the company stores over the past 60 years. Abacus Advisors. So, and that's the video you saw there. So, we're going to find out more details about the Sears And that's a good one. What does the Sears bankruptcy mean? Let's take a look at the goodhousekeeping.com. So we found out more reasons about Sears and Kmart stores may survive all after latest bankruptcy news. Like with its last minute get rid of that. The Sears stores, that's an ad. I don't even think about saying that. With the Sears stores closed, like remaining 425 remaining Sears stores open, but that's peak. But Sears operated thousands of stores across the country, a number that fell substantially in the past 10 years. After it saw Chapter 11 bankruptcy in October, it made plans to close 182 stores, and I don't know, probably December. Like Sears announced another round of 80 closures slated for March. And of course, will there be big sales? Of course, there is a big liquidation sales to come. Whoever's watching, please chat. As we're saying, will there be big sales? Unfortunately, the big sales announced December must have ongoing fire sales for the spring, including on tools and appliances. With its remaining locations, the company's most profitable ones could continue to operate as usual. Like this is the store closing sale, aka liquidation. The liquidation sales is set to come, but unfortunately for its Kenmore. Now, Kenmore appliances we need to talk about. If Sears doesn't reorganize as an ongoing business, that it will respect Kenmore warranties as they would want to preserve customer goodwill. Preserve customer goodwill. Henry Sommer, a lawyer and president of the National Consumer Bankruptcy Rights Center, that they told the Consumer Resorts back in October. You don't want to see that. That's a Pop Tarts ad. Consumer Reports back in October, but unfortunately, its future financial trouble could invalidate them. No, like they said, be aware that there is a chance that the Kenmore warranty or any warranty from Sears itself will be honored if Sears liquidates without owner taking over. I mean, come on, really? There's also another Kenmore appliance too, as a vacuum cleaner. It's the nicest one, but unfortunately, I'm not sure they're keeping it. Well, we need to know about Sears gift cards. Although the company did not, well, they did receive a big break this week, last week. They still want to use any you have ASAP, like that. So, we got more details about Land's End, and there was a pop-up store that opened on November 11th of 2015 in New York City, followed by the other pop-up store in another Land's End pop-up store that opened at the outlets of Bergen Town Center. They've been relocated there. That because due to the Sears store in Paramus Park has been closed and they changed over to Stu Leonard's. It's a movie theater, but they took I think they probably condemned that elevator. I don't know why. Fortunately, of course, they had the clothing retailer has been already taking steps to distinguish itself from Sears' financial troubles. That because the Land's End CEO Jeremy Griff he's the CEO of the Land's End store for all Sears companies. Also, refocus of efforts of creating standalone locations versus relying on its Sears storefronts for sales. So we have more details, and we got a list of Sears and Kmart store closures. You did not see that ad. So we found out the list of Kmart store closures, and below the stores are effective with about the most recent announcement. There's one in California, or Temecula, California, Chicago, Illinois. I think it was the main state for Sears that started. Springfield, Illinois, Waterville, Maine, Huntington, New York. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. There's a Sears store there. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. North Versailles, Pennsylvania. San German, Puerto Rico. Guayamo, San Juan, Puerto Rico. Caracas, Puerto Rico. Wow, there's Sears stores in South America? I didn't know about that. Cudahy, Wisconsin. The other Sears stores that are closing is at Fairbanks, Alaska, Phoenix, Arizona, Santa Barbara, California, Meridian, Connecticut, Boynton Beach, Florida, Jensen Beach, Florida, Idaho Falls, Idaho, Michigan City, Indiana, Bethesda, Maryland, Battle Creek, Michigan, Meridian, Michigan, Meridian, Mississippi, Tupelo, Mississippi, Winston-Salem, Massachusetts, Grand Island, Nebraska, Las Vegas, Nevada, Saratoga Springs, New York, Watertown, New York, Piqua, Ohio, Reading, Wyoming, Pennsylvania, Strasburg, Pennsylvania, Rockhurst, South Carolina. I know the fact the other Sears store was in Scranton, Dixon City, Pennsylvania, in the Viewmont Mall. That closed there too. Rock Hill, South Carolina, Memphis, Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Maryville, Tennessee, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, El Paso, Texas, Longview, Texas, Glen Allen, Richmond, Virginia, and Janesville, Wisconsin. Or Janesville, Wisconsin, if you want me to say that. But there also a shutdown announcement was also part of Spring Valley, California, Clovis, California, Antioch, California, Los Angeles, California, 6310 West Birch Street, that's labeled right there, Milford, Connecticut, oh yeah, right, Newark, Delaware, Stuttgart, Illinois, Cape Girardeau, Missouri, I don't know if I could read it, Columbus, Mississippi, Riverhead, New York, Grahamson, Oregon, Scott Depot, West Virginia, and Gillette, Wyoming. The other stores also Flagstaff, Arizona, Santa Cruz, California, Grand Junction, Colorado, Tampa, Florida, and University Square Mall, Dorado, Florida, Naples, Florida, Savannah, Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. Oh my God, I don't know. Seriously, this goes in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm gonna have to let EMS 318 or Music 3CC to try to film there. Bloomington, Illinois, Fort Wayne, Indiana, Florence, Kentucky, Hammond, Louisiana, Holyoke, Massachusetts. Yes, of course, that because of Georgia 541 did recommend us again with the Montgomery Escalator and the Dover Impulse. They Tanton, Massachusetts, Jackson, Michigan, Crabtree, North Carolina, Salem, New Hampshire, Manchester, New Hampshire, Mays Landing, New Jersey, which is also part of the Hamilton Mall, Victor, New York, Glen Falls, New York, New Hyde Park, New York, Dayton, Ohio, Cincinnati, Ohio, Northgate Mall, Happy Valley, Oregon, Houston, Texas, Memorial City Mall, which I probably think I probably think Ghibli Elvis got a film there. Bryan, Texas, West Jordan, Utah, Fairfax, Virginia, Vancouver, Washington, Eau Claire, Wisconsin, or La Crosse, Wisconsin. All right, so now that we covered it, let me go talk about. So now that we covered more details about store closing, we're gonna go back to the Business Insider. The list of Sears stores are closing. I wonder if they're still there. Oh, it's just there. I probably didn't want to see that, but unfortunately, I'm such a mess with internet browsing. I am not really saying I'm such a mess, but I am. So we're gonna go back to retail stores closing in 2019. So I know the fact Macy's they're closing 9, J Crew is 7, Kohl's is 4, Nordstrom they're 3, Sears is 70, Kmart is 50, Destination Materials is 67, Performance Basketball 102, Payless Shoe Store, oh my God, they're closing 2,500. So there are more details on what to come in this update, and they're going to be updating it right now to find out more about the retail stores closing in 2019, and we're going to have to go over some facts about it. All right, so now that we covered the 4,000 Sears stores closing this week, let me go over this. Let me go talk about this Broadway Commons. They won as of right now. They let me see if I could get you guys to view this one. So as of right now, of Broadway Commons, they won. No, screw that. Screw that. Screw it. Screw it. I don't know what is it. So as of right now, Broadway Commons, as according to here on Instagram, they won their Best of Long Island Bethpage Federal presented by the Bethpage Federal Credit Union of 2019 in the category of Best Mall on Long Island. We know that Broadway Commons is not owned by Simon. It's not owned by Make Eric. It's not owned by Westfield. It's Pacific Retail. It's a third party within under Simon and no, it was under within Simon, Make Eric, and Westfield. There are another one too, and of course they had 4 innovative tenants that just moved in. And I'm gonna go over some more about Broadway Commons. So Broadway Commons compare to the outlets in Bergen. Well, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna go over and think. How does the Bergen Town Center feel? Broadway Commons. Well, actually, I think it's actually more than a mall. Honestly, though, I may want to compare to the outlets at Bergen Town Center, which is like a little bit of a shopping plaza, and the Gallery of the Westbury Plaza. It's an outdoor luxury mall, and they don't have. Oh wow, they don't have outside restrooms. That's very surprising. They don't even have outside bathrooms, but unfortunately, porta potties is probably for use. But I prefer the cleaner ones, though. I hate porta potties. You know me. I really don't like them. But someone's in there. But unfortunately, they get installed. But anyway, so we figured the last time the Gallery of Westbury Plaza, they put the mall, the store is out of business, which is a Simon property, and Simon never cared, and they were acquiring Rosebud Field, which of course, when Simon is still acquiring Rosebud Field, not the mall, the stores, because they put out of business because of the Gallery of Westbury Plaza, and that mall, the stores, they've been turned into that whatever lesser home and left out 5 tenants, including the two Fortune stores, which is jewelry and home. Then the other one is David Buster, PFJ, and the Cheesecake Factory is still there. I mean, I don't know if that H&M is there, but I'm not gonna go there and check. But oh, and by the way, guys, for this month's Dead Mall, the malls. I'm gonna have to look that up. You guys, hold on a second. I'm gonna mute myself in just a minute. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't have the March update, but probably, guys, the reason why because I didn't have the time. I didn't want. I know I've just been in Long Island for a very long time, but maybe if it's best if I do another demo, the Mall of the Source update in April. That's what I'm about to do. Maybe if I could, maybe I'll try April because I gotta try to do the interior view to show you guys the Schindler. Also, sorry for the bad connection back there because I got a friend of mine just called. Privacy J just called me. He was still in his studio, but unfortunately, going to call me back if the connection is lost. So, and I had an old friend of mine that just talked. If nobody heard it because I mute the microphone. So, all right. So that's it, guys. And one last stream before we end the stream. I'm gonna go over the fact about the giant Macy's at Broadway Commons if it's closing or not because I'm not sure if that giant Macy's decides to close. If if they're closing at Broadway Commons. Now, the giant Macy's at Broadway Commons, I'm not sure if oh yeah, there's nothing there. I don't know if the Macy's store is closing unless if that giant Macy's decides to close at Macy's and Broadway Mall, aka Broadway Commons. I'll be able to make the trip out there, and Chris Cronin, he'll be able to make the trip out there. That's really that's really his thing. Make the trip out there to get there. Also, it was actually former Stearns. That's what I told him. And oh, that's very interesting. Tucson, Arizona, they used to have that. So, oh, oh wow, that's very interesting. I'm gonna show you guys the last minute ones. So the Broadway Mall store list, they opened up 4 innovative tenants, and the outdated stores they're no longer in this mall. I know the fact McDonald's they got kicked out. Allen's Jewelry, as seen on TV, they got kicked out. Johnny Rockets, Johnny Rockets, I heard they got kicked out. AT&T Wireless, 2Q, 21 Toppings, a Dollar and Deal Store, they got kicked out. Edmonds Menswear, they kicked out. Menswear store, they got kicked out. The pharmacy, they got kicked out. Hello there, Elevate Crazy. How you doing? Pretzel Maker, they got kicked out. Stride Right got kicked out. SCS Tires, they got kicked out. Wet Seals, they got kicked out. Unique Styles, they got kicked out. The Toys R Us Express, they got kicked out. Temptations, they're all kicked out. There are over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. Wow, there are 34 stores that got kicked out. I can't believe it. They're outdated. That's because they kicked out the property. And there's also a new plan, of course, the new mall plan. I'm going to show you guys the full image of that one. So the new mall plan just opened, of course, and I'm going to show you one thing. So the Chick-fil-A, they got open, and the other one, the food, that's a cinema. Sorry, I'm a little late because I was eating dinner. It's fine, but listen, if you're a little late, I'll give you a free last minute stream to go over. So the Broadway Mall, the Rotan, I don't know what that is. The Broadway Mall, they actually have STS Tire Auto Store. I'm pretty sure that thing got kicked out before, or did I saw it? I don't know. So the United States Postal Office, that's at the outside of the Broadway Mall. They also have the main entrance. I know the fact, Noodles and Company and Blink Fitness, they got open, and I know Brick Pizza. What was that store again? I forgot that pizza store. I'm gonna have to go over some stuff. Well, that's it, guys. That is your Sunday live stream. Stay tuned for the next one on either Friday or Saturday or Sunday if I have the time.